You're so stupid.
Welcome to Dwarvenkegger. I'm Tanner, and today we are on our way to draft some Dominaria. I got Blake and Justin in the car, and we're going to talk some Gatecrash, Return to Ravnica, and Dragon's Maze magic to you guys. We're going to talk nerdy to you. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell at the bottom, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all sorts of Dwarvenkegger shenanigans. And if you are looking for a way to support the craziness that goes on here at Dwarvenkegger, check out that Patreon. Alrighty, guys, so we are going to talk about the central theme of the Gatecrash, Return to Ravnica. So I think it was Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash, and then Dragon's Maze. That whole block, those three sets. The big push and the big theme was all about the guilds. The guilds. The decks were built around guilds. For those of you who don't know, guilds are color combinations in Magic. I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you don't understand the basics about Magic, because it's going to be a lot of Magic talk here. Okay? So,
it's going to be very magical.
We're going to talk about what guilds we played, because we all started on the same set. We all started on Gatecrash, basically, and started playing then. So we each had different guilds that we played in the game. So, Blake, what was your guild of choice?
Mine was definitely Dermir, because I was a mill player.
Yep.
And basically blue-black was just a good color combination for screwing with your opponent.
It was.
And I'm kind of a jerk, so I rolled with it and just tried not to let anyone do anything and take all their cards away.
So, as you know, there are multiple ways to win in Magic the Gathering, but one very, I'll say like underdog or dark horse. Underappreciated way to win a game is making so that your opponent doesn't have any more cards in their library by just cards that constantly dump into their graveyard. And it's mill players really want it to be a viable strategy.
Yes, it is. It can be. It will be one day.
One day. If we just hold on.
They're gonna pull out some kind of support, and it's gonna be modern, like, biased.
I still have that mono blue mill deck, by the way.
It's possible.
I might only win one game with it, but it's gonna be the most fun I'm gonna have all night.
That combo is ridiculous.
It was fun. For me, it was definitely Boros, so I definitely wanted to go red-white. And it was basically because of Boros Reckoner, Boros Charm. I loved those. I ran Burning Tree Emissary in there for mana, because that's a wonderful mana acceleration. But, okay, so for a beginning player, Boros made the most sense to me. You know, there are a lot of people that will say that red is too simple. Red is like too caveman. You just basically burn. You're just throwing burn spells at them, and if your game doesn't work, then you just lose. But to me, Boros was a way to learn a basic strategy, such as burn, but by adding that other color, you really got to kind of like ease into the intricacies of the game. And to me, I love Boros colors. That's why, and I think that's why you see such success with modern burn, is because it runs Boros colors. It allows you to get that soldier life gain kind of like hoorah feeling from your cards while burning the mess out of them. I absolutely loved it. I ran Spark Trooper in that deck as well.
Yes.
Made it Spark Trooper.
Oh man, we need to have a whole conversation
about Spark Trooper and how gross. Because it's all about blitzing your opponent, basically. You know, where Mill is trying to play the long game and trying to dump the entire library into the graveyard, Boros is trying to blitz, trying to light you up fast so your opponent can't get their game going, and I loved it. And the shock lands, was it the shock lands, the buddy lands? I mean, there were so many good land cycles going on at once. It made these two-color strategies very viable, so I love Boros. Still to this day, love Boros.
Yep, you were trying to sprint, and I was trying to cut your legs out from under you and beat you every time we played.
This guy's slow burning. I'm trying to blow somebody up on the field, and what's Gruul doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa, I didn't want to assume.
You know what?
I don't want to assume your color identity. I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume your guild. Did you just assume my guild? Triggered.
Straight trigger. So, shout out to Boros first off, because it was the first deck in this when I first started that I ever top 3 place with. In fact, my first tournament ever, I ran a red-white Boros.
Not a green. What?
I said green. I was messing it up. Thanks for noticing my flaw. And I got I got second place, but I got beat by the guy who helped me make my deck. So like, how fair is that? But shout out to Gruel. Not that he didn't already call it, but I love green red. My favorite part of green red Gruel was that I thought that there was this combo that I created, and it wasn't a thing. But I will tell you about it. So there was a card called Gruel Rage Beast. It's I believe a 6-drop, 4 colorless, 1 green, 1 red. You play it. Every other creature that comes on the field after it on your side of the field fights target creature. So I thought that you could. Another card. It's a 8-drop. 1.
You're talking about such massive creature cards. Like...
1 green. Oh, that's because you ramped the hell out of it.
Mana ramp.
1 green and 7 colorless, and it was called Giant Adaphage. And Giant Adaphage said whenever you and it had trample, whenever you deal damage to an opponent, create a copy of Giant Adaphage. Ooh. So what I would do, because I thought this would work, is I Gruel Rage Beast, slam Giant Adaphage, hit it, and I thought the damage went over to damage your opponent. So it would then drop another Giant Adaphage. You have it fight, smack it, smack your opponent in the face. Another Adaphage, smack it, put opponent in the face. And that was my first love of Gruel.
I mean, you know, the combos like that will just close the game out. It's crazy. Like I said, the only thing I've come to like, and okay, wait a sec. The only thing I've come to find out that's difficult with Boros Colors and even Modern Burn is you tend to burn out fast, right?
Yes.
If you'll dump your hand, but people are starting to run play sets of Ensnaring Bridge in Modern Burn. Tell me how gross that is.
Oh no.
It's because people want to see the world burn. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, subscribe, hit the little bell at the bottom, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all sorts of Dwarvenkegger shenanigans, and heads up on that Patreon. Thank you so much. Cheers.